Across the Eastern Partnership and the Western Balkans, economies are transforming, but opportunity is not always equally shared. RECONOMY is an inclusive and green economic development program implemented by Helvetas and funded by Sweden. The program's name reflects its ambition to reconnect, revitalize, and reshape the economies. RECONOMY works across 11 countries, supporting green and inclusive economic development in 2 regions. The goal of RECONOMY is to enable women and youth, including those most disadvantaged, to access better income opportunities and decent green jobs, inclusively and sustainably. Across sectors and countries, RECONOMY works with businesses, training institutions, public actors, and industry organizations to unlock new economic opportunities. By addressing systemic barriers and strengthening market ecosystems, the program supports more competitive industries and more inclusive economic growth. At the same time, RECONOMY prioritizes the double dividend, generating both economic opportunity and environmental value. The goal is to accelerate a just and inclusive green transition across Eastern Partnership and Western Balkan countries. One sector where this transition is already unfolding is the textile and apparel industry. Across Eastern Partnership countries, it remains one of the most important sources of employment, especially for women. For many professionals, the sector is also a space for creativity, innovation, and new possibilities.
Ինձ փոքր ժամանակ միշտ դաշկերը կարծել եւ միշտ եմ կարծել հոսպեն պատրաստել գեղեցիկ իրեր հատկապես ասեն որ
სურს ჩემი წვლილი შევიტანო როგორც მოდის დიზაინერმა გრადი მოდის განვითარებასა და დამკვიდრებაში ჩვენს ქვეყანაში.
Yet the industry faces significant challenges. Globally, textiles remain one of the most resource-intensive industries, with less than 1% of materials recycled into new garments. At the same time, international markets increasingly demand sustainable production. To respond to these challenges, RECONOMY supports the sector's transition towards circular business models and resource-efficient production. Working with universities, industry experts, and private companies, the program helps build green skills, strengthen sustainability services, and connect producers to international markets.
Very important to engage and to sustain developing of green skills, of educational training activities and consultancy for supporting the business, supporting the companies to make this transition from linear business models to circular ones.
Through new skills, stronger services, and better market conditions, the textile sector is beginning to transform, creating greener production, new opportunities, and a more sustainable future for the next generation. A vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem depends not only on ideas and talent, but also on access to capital. In Armenia, many businesses with strong growth potential struggle to find the right financing to expand. Despite the presence of a growing financial infrastructure, most companies still rely primarily on bank loans, often with high interest rates. But loans are only one part of the investment landscape. Alternative financing instruments, from equity investments to capital markets, remain largely underutilized. One of the key barriers is knowledge. Many businesses are simply not familiar with the different investment instruments available, or the steps required to access them. At the same time, investors interested in sectors such as agriculture, tourism, or healthcare often struggle to find investment-ready companies. Bridging this gap between capital supply and business demand is essential for unlocking Armenia's entrepreneurial potential.
Մենք պետք է համոզվենք, որ իրական հատվածի ընկերությունները, ովքեր որ ունեն նախագծեր եւ դրանց համար իրենց ֆինանսավորում է պետք, ամբողջությամբ տիրապետում են, թե ինչ փաստացի գործիքներ կան։ Այսօրվա դրությամբ Հայաստանի Հանրապետությունում գերակշռողը դա վարկային գործիքն է, այսինքն բոլորը գիտեն, որ կարող է գնալ վարկայացնել, իսկ կապիտալի շուկան, որը որ ավելի շատ հնարավորություններ է ընձեռնում, ինքը շատ ավելի փոքր է։
Effective capital deployment also depends on strong investment intermediaries. Services such as brokerage, investment banking, deal advisory, and investment promotion play a critical role in connecting businesses with investors. Without these intermediaries, even when demand and capital exist, investment flows remain limited. Armenia's technology sector has already demonstrated how to access diverse investment ecosystems that can accelerate growth. Today, the next step is to expand these opportunities beyond tech. supporting sectors like agriculture, tourism, and healthcare to become investment-ready and globally competitive. At the same time, the country is looking to move from software outsourcing toward deep tech innovation, combining engineering expertise with advanced technologies. By strengthening financial ecosystems, improving investment intermediation, and expanding awareness of capital market opportunities, Armenia is building the foundations for a more dynamic and inclusive entrepreneurial economy. And through these efforts, new businesses and new opportunities can emerge across the country. Tourism is one of the most promising sectors for inclusive economic development across the Eastern Partnership and Western Balkan countries. From dramatic mountain landscapes to centuries-old cultural heritage, these countries offer unique experiences that attract a growing number of international visitors. Yet despite this potential, the region often remains fragmented in how it presents itself to the world. Many destinations are promoted separately, limiting their ability to compete with larger and more established tourism markets. Recognizing that long-haul travelers rarely visit just one destination, RECONOMY supports the development of regional tourism products that connect countries, cultures, and experiences. By encouraging cooperation among tourism actors, the program helps create integrated travel routes and experiences that allow visitors to explore multiple destinations in one journey. This approach increases visitor stays, strengthens local businesses, and spreads tourism benefits across the region.
We, with help of the Helvetas, are trying to find the ways how to develop the joint common products between Armenia and Georgia. Main stage workshop dedicated to the tourist product development in Caucasus, mainly in Armenia and Azerbaijan. And we will try to see how these two nations are able to develop joint product to be promoted to the international markets. Alongside with our Armenian partners, we will have other Eastern Partnership countries with us. Mostly they're from Moldova and Ukraine. So altogether, Eastern Partnership countries, including Georgia, will be able to discuss tourist products development among our countries and within the region.
Strengthening tourism also requires stronger skills and services. Across the region, tourism associations and training providers are developing new programs in digital marketing, hospitality management, guiding, and tourism technology. These efforts help businesses to adapt to changing traveler expectations and compete in global markets. At the same time, improved digital promotion and stronger collaboration between public and private actors are helping the region gain greater international visibility.
The first cycling route that connects the Western Balkan. For sure, there were people already in the past and even now who did it before, but not I think it's the brand. They've been cycling and they've been exploring this really nice region, but we're the first one who just put all the elements of the tourism product into a package, into a website, into the application, and to do the marketing. We always said it's not just a cycling route, it's actually the adventure mixed with culture and cuisine, because we are not targeting just the hardcore cyclist. We would like that the average cyclist will come and experience and basically use bicycle just as a mobility between the points of interest, between the cultural side, natural sides, and of course, eat something in between and experience our culinary cuisine. So it's 5,500 kilometers long. When we planned the project, we thought it would be like 3,000 and something, but somehow when we were in the field and working there, it expanded to 5,000 more.
In the Western Balkans, initiatives like the Trans-Dinarica cycling route are opening new opportunities for adventure tourism. Stretching over 5,500 kilometers across 6 countries, the route connects rural communities, small tourism businesses, and local service providers to the rapidly growing global market for cycling and adventure travel. Along the trail, new digital payment solutions and tourism services are helping small businesses better serve international visitors and grow their incomes. By connecting destinations, strengthening skills, and promoting shared tourism experiences, the region is becoming a more visible, more competitive, and more connected tourism destination, one where collaboration across borders creates new opportunities for business, communities, and travelers alike. Building buildings are among the largest consumers of energy across the Eastern Partnership and Western Balkan regions. In some countries, they account for up to 60% of total energy use. Improving the energy efficiency of buildings therefore represents one of the most powerful opportunities to reduce emissions, lower energy costs, and create new green jobs. Yet despite strong potential, the energy-efficient construction and renovation market remains underdeveloped. Skill shortages, limited awareness, and gaps in financing and regulation continue to slow the adoption of energy-efficient solutions. To address these challenges, RECONOMY works with training providers, universities, companies, and industry associations to strengthen the skills and services needed for energy-efficient construction. By expanding training opportunities, the program helps build a new generation of professionals equipped with practical green construction skills.
Արեստեմը արեստավորների կրթական կենտրոն է, իր նպատակը եղել է Հայաստանում կիրթ եւ որակյալ արեստավորներ ունենալը։ Համագործակցությունը Helvetas ընկերության հետ արդեն 1.5 տարի է, որի ընթացքում 170-ից ավել ուսանողներ ենք ունեցել։ Մենք ավելի շատ շեշտը դրեցինք մարզային բնակչության վրա, ավելի շատ կարիքավոր ընտանիքների վրա։
Շատ լավ դասընթացներ տեղի ունեցավ, այն որ մանրամասն շատ բաներ սովորեցի զոդման հետ կապված։
Մեր տները սարքելու ժամանակ դուրս շատ եկավ, գիպսասված դե աշխատել։ Ցանկացա դիմեմ մասնագետներին, էլի ասենք, որ ինձ սովորացնել։
Ուսանում մենք սկսեցինք մտածել, ինչպես նպաստենք կամ վերապատրաստենք եւ ավելի լայն հասարակության շերտերին հասցնենք էներգախնայողության կամ էներգետիկա աուդիտի խնդիրները։ Մեր նոր դասընթացին, որ էներգետիկա աուդիտի վերաբերյալ է, մենք մեզ անհրաժեշտ, այսինքն 30 հոգուց մենք ունենք 180 դիմորդ։
Ճիշտ ասած, ուղղակի չէի մտածում, որ կանայք կարող են այս ոլորտում ընդլայնվել, աշխատել, աշխատանք գտնել, աշխատել եւ ապացուցել բոլորին, որ մենք էլ կարող ենք։
Սա մի նոր ձեռքբերում է իմ կյանքում, որ ես ունեցա, հնարավորության դեպքում նաեւ ուզում եմ շարունակել։
The first big challenge is awareness. A lot of people still think green building is just about solar panels or expensive materials. The second challenge is policy. Right now, our national regulations don't fully support green building standards. The third challenge is capacity. Many architects, engineers, and builders in Kosovo haven't had access to international green certification systems. We are preparing to roll out training and certification program that will help local professionals grow and keep the knowledge here in Kosovo.
Близината на сите сегменти, односно производствените капацитети, тренинг центарот, практичните обуки, како и скопот, односно јамите кои се наоѓаат во близина, го прават овој центар уникатен. Луѓето брзо и едноставно можат да се запознаат со целиот процес на производство, како и практични знаења на CNAU sistemите и производите.
De fapt, ne-am dat seama că am putea să completăm lipsa locurilor de muncă sau am putea să completăm numărul de angajați cu ajutorul femeilor și prin implicarea acestora. Sloganul campaniei a fost Fetele învață energetica și schimbă lumea cu fiecare kilowatt. Ne-am dorit să arătăm tinerilor care erau în perioada de depunere a actelor la o anumită instituție de învățământ că există femei care au succes în acest domeniu, care au o carieră frumoasă.
În această campanie am aflat că nu doar bărbați fac această facultate cum credeam eu, dar sunt și multe femei care învață la energetică, ceea ce mi-a dat mie încredere că locul meu tot poate fi aici.
By strengthening skills, improving market access, expanding financial opportunities, and promoting stronger sector coordination, the region is gradually building a dynamic market for energy-efficient construction and renovation. A transformation that not only improves buildings, but also creates new green jobs and opportunities for women, youth, and communities across the region. The ICT and business process outsourcing sector is one of the fastest growing industries in the Western Balkans. Driven by a talented workforce and competitive costs, the region has become an attractive destination for international companies seeking digital services and outsourcing solutions. But despite this potential, the sector still faces important structural challenges. Fragmented promotion, limited regional coordination, and gaps in talent matching often prevent the region from fully capitalizing on global market opportunities. To address these challenges, RECONOMY works with industry leaders to strengthen regional coordination and representation across the ICT and BPO ecosystem. A key initiative is supporting the growth of the Association of Business Service Leaders, ABSL Western Balkans, which brings together companies, investors, and institutions across the region.
At ABSL Western Balkans, we collaborate closely with relevant stakeholders to advocate for incentives and legislation that promotes stability, competitiveness, and investment attractiveness.
Improving the region's international visibility is another key priority. Through coordinated promotion and investment outreach, the Western Balkans are increasingly positioning themselves as a unified outsourcing destination, capable of attracting global companies and new investment.
Business and technology have been interwoven, and we need to stay competitive and adaptable to the global marketplace and shifts in the global market, as we are part of such one, not countries individually, but as the region, and as we are just part of the globe.
At the same time, ensuring that sector growth translates into real employment opportunities requires stronger connections between companies and talent. The program therefore supports better collaboration between ICT companies, recruitment agencies, education providers, and employment services. By improving talent visibility and strengthening recruitment mechanisms, the sector can better match skilled professionals with growing demand. By strengthening industry coordination, improving regional branding, and connecting talent with opportunity, the Western Balkans are building a more competitive and inclusive digital economy, one that creates new opportunities for youth, women, and professionals across the region. Transport and logistics are the backbone of modern economies. Across the Western Balkans and Ukraine, these sectors play a crucial role in connecting markets, supporting trade, and enabling economic growth. But the sector faces important challenges, including skill shortages, slow digitalization, and regulatory barriers that limit efficiency and competitiveness. To address these challenges, RECONOMY works with private sector partners, vocational education institutions, and industry associations to strengthen the transport and logistics ecosystem. One important focus is building the skills pipeline. With support from Volvo Group, vocational schools and training centers are introducing a new specialization in mechatronics for trucks and heavy-duty vehicles, helping young people acquire skills that are in high demand.
The Volvo Group, we have a motto saying that we want to create the world that we want to live in. Investing in the society, social investments, is then important and necessary to fulfill that motto, really. Going back almost 10 years, we have been involved in this type of PPDPs, private-public development projects, putting out more than 8,000 graduates with an 80% employment rate and 10% female students.
These initiatives help modernize vocational training and strengthen cooperation between industry and education systems, ensuring that training reflects real labor market needs. They also open new career paths for women and young people, groups traditionally underrepresented in the sector. At the same time, the sector is undergoing a digital transformation. Through partnerships with private sector innovators, the program supports the development of smart logistics solutions, including digital freight documentation platforms such as electronic consignment notes or ECMR systems. These technologies reduce paperwork, increase efficiency, and improve transparency across supply chains. Creating the right enabling environment is equally important. By strengthening industry associations, the program supports advocacy and dialogue aimed at modernizing regulations and promoting the digitalization of freight systems. These reforms help align regional logistics systems with international standards and modern trade practices. In Ukraine, strengthening transport and logistics is also essential for economic recovery and reconstruction. The program supports workforce development, strengthens small and medium-sized enterprises, and promotes digitalization and policy reforms across the sector. These efforts help build a more resilient transport ecosystem, capable of supporting economic recovery and long-term growth. By strengthening skills, supporting innovation, and improving the policy environment, the region is building a modern transport and logistics sector, one that connects economies, supports trade, and creates new opportunities for people and businesses across the Western Balkans and Ukraine. Across the Western Balkans and the Eastern Partnership countries, RECONOMY is working with businesses, industry associations, training institutions, and innovators to unlock new economic opportunities. In Armenia, RECONOMY is strengthening entrepreneurial ecosystems, green construction, tourism, and sustainable textiles. In North Macedonia, RECONOMY is helping build dynamic ecosystems for startups, gaming, outsourcing, tourism, and green construction. In Serbia, RECONOMY is strengthening the transport and logistics workforce, expanding the outsourcing industry, and supporting digital innovation. In Kosovo, RECONOMY is strengthening digital skills, outsourcing services, tourism, and green construction. In Montenegro, RECONOMY is supporting entrepreneurship, digital agriculture, and sustainable tourism. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, RECONOMY is strengthening labor market systems, digital innovation, and outsourcing cooperation. In Albania, RECONOMY is expanding digital freelancing, sustainable construction, and outsourcing ecosystems. In Georgia, RECONOMY is supporting circular textile production and strengthening regional tourism cooperation. In Moldova, RECONOMY is advancing circular textile production and energy-efficient construction. In Ukraine, RECONOMY is supporting the textile sector's transition towards circular production and helping companies adapt to international sustainability standards. In Azerbaijan, RECONOMY is helping build the foundations of the country's energy-efficient construction workforce. Across the Eastern Partnership and Western Balkans, change is already underway. Through partnerships with businesses, training institutions, industry associations, and public actors, RECONOMY is helping transform markets and expand economic opportunities. But behind every project are people, entrepreneurs, students, workers, innovators, building new futures for themselves and their communities. Together, these efforts are creating results across the region. These results reflect more than numbers. They demonstrate what becomes possible when markets work better for people.